There are houses where the walls hold memories, and then there are houses where the memories whisper back. This story begins in one of those homes. A quiet drive, an unfamiliar road, a family you think you know, until the doors open and the truth walks out to greet you. Elizabeth had been here before, yet today something felt different, heavier, as if everyone in her world was tied together by invisible strings someone was about to pull. Because the moment she and Andrei stepped out of their car, the air shifted. A smile here, a stiff nod there, and underneath all of it, a silence so tense it felt staged. But the house was waiting, and so were the secrets buried inside it. You're about to see why this family never looks each other fully in the eye, and why by the end of this story, you'll understand that some reunions aren't meant to heal anything. They're meant to expose everything. Stay with me. This gets darker. The drive into old wounds. Elizabeth had a calm expression, but her fingers kept tapping the door. That wasn't nerves. That was instinct. The human body warning you when you're walking straight into a storm. Andrei kept his eyes ahead, jaw tight, hands locked around the wheel. He didn't say it, but he didn't have to. This wasn't a simple visit. It was a test. The kind you only get from family. The kind designed to remind you that you'll never truly escape them. Ready? Elizabeth asked. Andrei answered with silence, the type of silence that becomes louder than the conversation you're trying to avoid. Elizabeth's father tried to look cheerful when he came outside, but his expression cracked around the edges. People forget that the face always tells the truth, even when the mouth refuses to. He opened his arms for a hug, yet his eyes never left Andrei. A warning, a judgment, a memory of their last fight? Only he knows. Good to see you, he said. But the tone wasn't good to see you. It was, let's not start anything today. A greeting wrapped in rules. Come in, he urged. But even his doorway felt like a barrier. People can build walls without bricks. All it takes is tension. Inside the house, the real beginning. The moment they stepped inside, the energy changed. The living room looked normal. Too normal. Organized, clean, quiet. But something was missing. Conversation. No one asked real questions. No one showed real warmth. Everyone was waiting for the other to speak first. This wasn't a reunion. It was a standoff disguised as small talk. Elizabeth walked ahead, trying to bridge the gap. Andrei stayed close behind, scanning every expression like a man preparing for an argument he knew was coming. You ever walk into a room and feel like everyone rehearsed something before you arrived? Yeah, that. The interrogation begins. Elizabeth's sister was the first to poke the sleeping tension. So, how have things been? She said it softly, but the question had sharp edges. A test, a prod, a reminder that everyone here had opinions about Elizabeth and Andrei, loud ones, whispered when the couple wasn't around. Elizabeth answered politely. Andrei didn't answer at all. Silence again. This family's favorite weapon. The cookout of fake peace. They moved outside for the cookout. Fresh air, sunlight, laughter that didn't match anyone's eyes. The grill smoked in the corner, but the atmosphere smoked more. Elizabeth's father tried making small talk with Andrei, but every joke landed flat. Every question felt like surveillance, not conversation. How's the job? How's the schedule? Busy? Still working on that license? None of these were real questions. These were probes. Andrei felt it. Elizabeth felt it. We all feel it when someone pretends to care, just to check if you're failing. Because the real explosion is still coming, and it begins the moment someone asks the comment that cracked everything. It came softly. almost accidentally. "You know, Elizabeth," his father said, flipping the food on the grill, "things were calmer before."
Before what? Before Andrei? Before independence? Before boundaries were drawn? The sentence didn't need finishing. Everyone understood its meaning. Elizabeth looked up. Andrei froze, and the world around them went quiet, as if waiting for someone to snap. Because sometimes betrayal hides behind nostalgia, and sometimes calmer just means controlled. This moment, it was the first fracture, the one small crack that hints at a much larger break. Elizabeth hears what no one says aloud. She smiled through it like she always does. That's her strength. And her weakness. But inside, she felt it. The sting of a family pretending to miss a version of her that no longer exists. Elizabeth became someone they couldn't manipulate anymore. Someone who chose her own life. Someone who stood beside a man they didn't pick for her. And families like this, they never forget when someone escapes the mold. Andrei's silent warning. He stepped closer to Elizabeth, body tense, eyes sharp. He didn't speak. He didn't need to. His silence said everything. They're playing games. I see it, and I won't let you drag you into it again. Elizabeth nodded slightly. A signal. A pact. A reminder that the two of them were outnumbered in a place they once considered safe. Because the fight hasn't started yet, but the match has already been lit. The doorway conversation. Later, inside the house again, Elizabeth's father found a moment alone with her. He said, "You know, we just worry. But worry isn't always love. Sometimes it's control wearing a softer mask." Elizabeth tried to keep the peace. She always does. But her father's eyes drifted, not to her, but toward the other room where Andrei stood. The message was clear. He's the problem, not us. But the truth? This family's biggest enemy has never been Andrei. It's the lies they tell themselves to feel innocent. The unasked question. Every family gathering has one question no one wants to ask, because deep down, everyone already knows the answer. Here, that question was simple. Why does this family crumble every time the truth gets close? Elizabeth felt it. Andrei sensed it. Even the father, behind his forced calm, knew it. This wasn't about job schedules or marriage or responsibilities. This was about loyalty, about choosing sides, and about a truth none of them were ready to say out loud. Someone in this family has been hiding something, and the tension is just the smoke from a fire they refuse to admit is burning. And this is where things get darker, because the next moments, the ones you're about to see in page 2, they expose the first real betrayal, the first real confession, and the first moment the masks truly slip. You think they were tense before? Wait until the next